Hi, my name is Phenious Chuma, and this is my life story. I grew up in Malawi, a small country in Southeast Africa. The country is one of the poorest countries in the world. I remember there were times that we would spend 2 days without eating anything. When I was young, I had a sister. She was about 2 years old. She was suffering from malnutrition. And after 2-3 weeks, she passed away. Yeah, I'm sorry. As a child, I really had bitterness, thinking about God. Why is it that God loves us and yet we are struggling? Why is it that God loves my dad when he can't feed his own family? And so I made a decision to say, I want to study, understand this God. Yes, I used to go to church, but I didn't really know about God. So I started to dig, and one of the things I did was to read from the book of John. I tell you, by the time I reached the half of the book, I surrendered my life to Christ. When I finished my college in Malawi, I felt God calling me to go back to the community where I grew up and do something, help the community. And so my desire was to help the children, because as a child I struggled a lot. I knew a lot of kids in that community were also struggling. So I wanted to go back and share the love of God, tell them God loves you, but also look at their needs. How do we support them? So when I started the ministry, I had no idea how to do it. I had no idea where to get the resources for the ministry, but I believed God was calling me to do it. So I just obeyed and started the ministry. So now we have about more than 1,000 kids that we support, and now also provide education, after school program and feeding program. We provide food to these children. And we have seen a lot of change, transformation in the community. For the first time in the history of that community, they have about 35 girls graduate from high school. For the first time, they all went through our program. Now I'm studying. I'm doing a master's degree in organizational leadership at the University of Massachusetts Lowell. The idea is that I learn, I get the knowledge, and then I go back to Malawi and use that knowledge to serve my community better. And so when we came here, the first thing that we noticed was that it was hard for us to make friends. I knew somebody in Malawi who actually knew Highrocker Church. We said, hey, let's try it and see. So I get connected to Pastor Dave, and then we started coming, and then we really felt a community. One of the greatest education that we have received in this country is from the Highrocker Church. Seeing people loving us. Some of the people who don't even know where Malawi is. Actually, there are few people who know where Malawi is. And so seeing them getting connected to us and showing interest in us, and some of them supporting us, for us, that's a great lesson. It's a great lesson. When we go to Malawi, obviously, we will be even more generous to people, because we have learned how generous people are here. The challenges that I experienced as a child, the questions that I had about God, they also helped me to get close to God. It's ironic, I know. And the same struggles that I experienced as a child motivated me to start this Love in Action ministry. God can use the challenges of your life for the good of His kingdom. So that's the lesson that I've learned. It has been with me all this time. Even here, when I get challenges, I always remember that and say, oh, God may use this for the better of His kingdom.